There goes the B flag, and they can enter.
Now the two boats have entered the starting area and are ready to go into battle. The yellow boat has the initial advantage because she is on the powerful starboard tack. Her goal is to keep the blue boat from getting to her right. If the blue boat remains stuck on the yellow boat's left, it is like she is in jail. It will be difficult for her to get a good start. The blue boat's first goal then is to get out of jail by getting to the yellow boat's right, or by forcing the yellow boat to set her free by tacking onto port herself. There are basically 3 encounters blue will have with yellow. If the race committee boat is favored, or if the yellow boat is late or slow at her entry, then blue will be able to sail on a broad reach and cross in front of yellow on her downwind side. This is called the Downwind Cross, and immediately gets blue out of jail. If the pin is favored, or yellow is late or slow at her entry, then blue will be able to enter and then sail close-hauled and cross in front of yellow on her upwind side. This is called the Upwind Cross, and also immediately gets blue out of jail. If blue cannot cross yellow either upwind or down, then the boats will approach each other on a collision course and will have a dial-up. Yellow often initiates a dial-up by beginning to turn towards blue when 3 to 5 lengths away. Rule 16 says that yellow is allowed to change course as long as blue always has room to keep clear, which is the space and time she needs to get out of yellow's way. This is called an avenue of escape. Once the boats are on a collision course, blue has to try her hardest to keep clear of yellow. To keep blue in jail, yellow wants to end up about a boat length to windward of blue with her bow at blue's mast. This is the strongest position. To keep control of the boat once it has stopped moving, often a crew member goes to the bow, faces the skipper, and holds the foot of the jib. The skipper typically points in the direction they want the bow person to push the jib. It's hard for the bow person to hear much up there, which is why hand signals are used. When faced with a dial-up, blue has 3 moves she can try to bust out of jail. All 3 moves begin the same way. As yellow begins to aim at blue, blue needs to start turning up quickly. This typically happens when the boats are 3 lengths apart or so. As yellow gets closer, blue will tack on the starboard tack. Once blue is on a close-hauled course, remember that her sails don't need to fill, she becomes the right-of-way boat. This is because Rule 13, which is the rule about tacking, stops applying when the tacking boat is on her close-hauled course. In very light air, say under 7 knots, the preferred move is to tack and sail. When blue arrives on a close-hauled course, instead of stopping, she begins racing upwind close-hauled. The idea is that yellow will be slowing down, expecting a standard dial-up. Once yellow tries to sail upwind with blue, it will be just a matter of time before yellow drops back enough where blue can tack and cross her. Blue should be very patient here. She has plenty of time. Once yellow tacks below her, blue should press down as close to yellow as possible without fouling her and roll over her. Sometimes yellow will tack too soon, as you will see in this example. If blue sees that, she can quickly bear away and take up a controlling position behind yellow. In wrestling, that would be called a reversal. That's a good reminder to yellow to anticipate this move in light air and to not tack too soon if blue gets to the position where she can tack and cross. In heavier air, say above 10 knots, a move that can work for blue is the tack and jibe. In this move, when blue gets to close haul, she just keeps on bearing away and rolls right into a jibe. Yellow should respond to this by also sailing on starboard tack. Either yellow will be able to turn down inside of blue and defeat blue's jibe to port tack, or will end up simply following blue out of the initial meeting on port tack. Yellow should never sail on port tack while blue is jibing. Otherwise, she may end up being controlled by blue later on. Blue's final option is to turn up away from yellow and stop. Blue's objective is to stop with less than a length between her and yellow and her bow at yellow's mast. An effective way to stop is to push the mainsail out hard for a few seconds. If yellow continues to aim at blue, blue needs to keep turning until she is clearly on a close-hauled course. Once she has clearly been on a close-hauled course for a second or two, blue becomes the right-of-way boat and can then luff back up to head to wind. You can see blue doing just that in the video. Blue wants to make yellow nervous that she will drift down into blue, which will make yellow tack away to be safe. Blue wants to follow yellow out on port tack, as you can see blue doing here. it will become quickly obvious that being able to control your boat when downspeed is a hugely important skill in match racing. With practice, you'll get good at it. One common occurrence in the dial-up is that yellow will overrun blue. That is, end up far enough forward relative to blue that blue can tack and pass the stern of yellow. When blue sees this opportunity opening up, she should back her jib to port and sail behind yellow on port tack.